Today I have a super cool and super unique 1980 BMW M1 to share with you all. I know I have a different background. I'm home for winter break, so I'm making do with what I got. Yeah, that made sense. Anyway, as you know, Mecum's Kissimmee auction is coming up in just a few weeks, and I'm super excited because this is like their biggest auction, and they have some of the most ridiculous cars, such as this BMW M1. But if you want to follow along and you want to see what other crazy cars are at this auction, I'll be following it very, very closely and keeping you up to date with everything that you need to know about it. So if you want to see more cars just like this BMW M1, or you're just genuinely interested about what's going on at this auction and what other supercars or exotics or classics or whatever it may be is going on, follow along. You're in for a ride. But today we're talking about the BMW M1, and let's talk a little bit about the history because, well, this car almost didn't exist. The M1 is BMW's first and pretty much only mid-engine supercar. I mean, yes, there's the i8, but do we count that as supercar? It's a hybrid, like, it's weird. It looks good. It's actually almost too early for its time, in my opinion. But is that a supercar? The M1 was actually BMW's first car entirely produced by the BMW M division. Just 399 of these cars were produced over a short 2.5-year run, so instantly this is already the rarest M car ever made. But this specific M1 that will be going live at Mecum's Kissimmee auction is very special. It's not just one of those 399 M1s that, you know, ended up in some collection collecting dust, never driven. I mean, maybe it did. But this one has a lot of unique history because it was owned and driven by Niki Lauda. And it wasn't just a road car that he just picked up and bought. It was awarded to him as a trophy car for winning the 1979 BMW ProCar Championship, which was a one-make series where Formula One's top drivers at the time competed after a race. I think it was like the top 5. Yeah, it was the top 5. My light just fell. So hopefully it doesn't do that again. Right. So Niki Lauda was awarded this car, right? Basically, Formula One had a series where the top drivers raced identical BMW M1s as support before an F1 race. It was basically a way to drive more engagement. But let's talk about the M1. How did this car get here? Because it almost didn't. BMW originally planned the M1 as a Group 4 race car, and it partnered with Lamborghini to build it. The idea was super straightforward. The car was going to be designed in Italy. Lamborghini would then take it and make about 400 of them to meet homologation needs. Once it was regulated, BMW would just take over, create a turbocharged version for the racing series, and just dominate from there. That was the idea until Lamborghini ran out of money. So then that caused production delays to drag on. BMW missed its original 1997 deadline, and then Lamborghini kept falling down, so BMW was forced to cancel the partnership with Lamborghini in 1978. But instead of walking away, BMW just took the idea and ran with it from scratch. The chassis was built by one company, the fiberglass and body panels were built by the other, the interior and whatnot was built by BMW and thrown in at a completely different location. It was like a hodgepodge of different things put together to create the M1. The cars were somehow put together and shipped to Germany, where BMW installed the hardware and whatnot in it. And the final production happened in Munich, enough to carry a BMW Motorsport plate. But in the meantime, BMW had missed its deadline on this, so they needed some sort of racing relevancy, right? This is where they launched the ProCar series. The top 5 qualifiers from each Formula One race climbed into identical BMW M1 race cars, and then battled privateers wheel to wheel. And it was just another way to, I guess, gain attention, and it actually worked. BMW even invested millions of dollars into their motorsport headquarters, and it turned the M into an overnight success. And in 1979, Niki Lauda won it all, and his prize was this exact M1. So let's talk about this car now. What's inside of it? What does it come with? Well, mechanically, it's just as serious as it is its story, right? Power comes from a 3.5-liter M88-1 inline 6 with dual overhead cams, 4 valves per cylinder, 6 individual throttle bodies, Bosch Motronic fuel injection, and Magneti Marelli ignition. Output is 266 horsepower paired to a ZF 5-speed manual transmission with a reported 165 mile-an-hour top speed. This example also features the rare ProCar style with front air dam, rear louvers, and staggered white 16-inch Campagnolo wheels. And it gets even better because those iconic Motorsport tricolor stripes are hand-painted and signed by Walter Maurer, officially making this car a BMW art car. Inside, the car still remains beautifully period correct with blue leather upholstery, power windows, air conditioning, and an odometer showing just 20,000 kilometers or about 12,000 miles. Owning a BMW M1 is already crazy enough. Owning a BMW M1 owned and driven by Niki Lauda, that's something else. This car is going to be crossing the block at Mecum's Kissimmee auction. If you want to check it out more, I'll have the auction link in the description below. For more videos just like this one, like and subscribe. I will be continuing to make videos and follow along this series very closely as Mecum's Kissimmee returns very shortly.